Hi students, today we'll be doing worksheet number 6 of narration. In this worksheet, we have been given with exclamatory and optative sentences. And the rules that we follow here are a little bit different from the rules that we followed in assertive and interrogative sentences. So let us learn the rules first before we do the worksheet. These are the rules. First one, exclamatory or optative sentences are changed into assertive sentences before these are further changed into reported speech. Means first we make them simple statements, then we change them into indirect speech. Next is the conjunction that is used. Here also, like assertive sentences, we make use of linker that. Next is interjections and exclamations such as oh, alas, hurrah. These are all interjection words, and these words express certain feelings or emotions. They are removed. We remove them, and instead of these words, we use some adverbs to express the same sense, like unhappily, sorrowfully, or we may use adverb of degree like very to remove these words. Next is said or said to. The reporting verb said or said to gets changed into exclaimed with joy, sorrow, anger, applauded, regretted in exclamatory sentences. But in optative sentences, we use instead of reporting verbs wished, desired, prayed, longed for, yearned for. There is a little bit difference between exclamatory and optative sentence. In exclamatory sentences, to express a feeling of joy, we use exclaimed with joy as a reporting verb. For expressing feeling of sadness, we write exclaimed with sorrow. And for anger, angrily remarked. Or applauded for appreciation and regretted for feeling of guilt or regret. And optative sentences. First, let's recapitulate what are optative sentences. Optative sentences are those sentences which express blessings, wishes, or any kind of praise. So, in these sentences, reporting verbs like wish, desired, prayed, or these words may come. So, these are the rules that we follow in exclamatory kinds of sentences to change them from direct to indirect speech. Now, let's do the worksheet. In this worksheet, we have been given with an extract from a cartoon story. Here, some characters, they are talking to each other, and their conversation has been underlined. And these all underlined sentences are either optative or exclamatory. And these optative and exclamatory sentences we are supposed to change into indirect speech. In this worksheet, I have written all the underlined sentences. Now let's learn how do we change them. First sentence is the lion unhappily exclaimed that he was ruined. This is a changed form in indirect form. In direct, it was alas, I am ruined. Alas word is used in the story when you read the story. Alas word is used for feeling of sadness, means unhappy feeling. So instead of alas, we could use here unhappily. So in changed form, it is, you see, as given in the sentence, it's already done. Then now next let us do. Oh, had I been more careful. So here, oh word has been used. Oh word is expressing feelings. What kind of feeling? Feeling of regret. So for this, we could use here regret word instead of reporting verb. And what is the meaning of this sentence? That I had been more careful. I, the same, it is not a changed form. It is only first changed into assertive one. Right? So meaning of this sentence is I regret that I had been more careful, as we use linker that in these exclamatory kinds of sentences. So use of linker that. Then how do we change from direct to indirect? This is a direct kind of word. This is direct kind of speech, and here direct word it is for feeling of regret. So how do we change it? It's either we write exclaimed with sorrow or we write regretted. It's our choice. The lion exclaimed with sorrow or the lion regretted. That, use of linker that. Then pronoun he. Had been more careful. Rest will be same. Had been remains as it is. It is not changed according to the rules. Next is How clever I am. This is the next sentence, and it has been said by Hunter in the story. Here, how word, it means very. What is the meaning of the sentence first? I am very clever. How clever I am means I am very clever. Now, how do we change it? The hunter exclaimed with joy. Here, the hunter feels joy. He is very happy while saying these words. So, exclaimed with joy, use of linker, change of pronoun, and I am. The same rules we follow as we followed in the earlier one sentences. So, am present into past. He was very clever. Next, kudos. You have done well. You have done well. Here, kudos. Kudos means admired. We are admiring someone. Here, who is admiring? The hunter's friends are, they are admiring. So, instead of kudos, we could write here admired as a reporting verb. So, how do we change it? The hunter's friends admired that, use of linker, then you change of pronoun you into he according to the rules, that he and have done, present perfect into past perfect, that he had done well. Next is help me God. It is an optative sentence. It is a pray. So instead of reporting verb, we could write here prayed. Right? Prayed to God. It is a kind of praise. So prayed. The lion prayed to God to help him. So here, don't use that. Use of only to as a linker. Then, oh, that's not fair. Here, oh, again feeling. What kind of feeling it is? It is a feeling of sorrow, sadness. For sorrowness, we could write here exclaimed with sorrow. It means exclaimed with sorrow. That, use of linker, it isn't fair. The same meaning of this whole sentence. And how do we change it? The rat, who is exclaiming? The rat is exclaiming. The rat is saying these words. He is feeling sorrow. The rat exclaimed with sorrow that it, change of present into past. It wasn't fair. Next is how cruel the hunter is. Here, it means, how means very cruel. Meaning of this sentence is, the hunter is very cruel. Change it. The rat exclaimed with sorrow. Feeling of sorrow. So, exclaimed with sorrow. Use of linker. Then the hunter, change of present into past tense. The hunter was very cruel. So this way we change exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. Next worksheet I'll be discussing in the next video. Thanks students.